Yeah, this is my flat. I live at 24 Woodbourne Close, LIss. I've had loads of problems with my flat for years and years and years. That I've ended up in hospital 4 times due to the state of the property. But unfortunately, my housing association don't seem to think that anything I say is important, unfortunately for me. I've said there's cracks throughout the property, and now we look at them and we can see that they're structural because they go, you can see, look at the size of the filler, what they've done. That is a massive, massive crack. Some time ago, the whole building collapsed because it wasn't supported properly, and it collapsed in the middle, through these flats. Look at this, look at the amount of filler on that. That's tons and tons of filler. And there, look, you can see. And it wouldn't surprise me that this damp that they say this is all condensation, by the way, by the cracks. That's just condensation, just nothing. Don't worry about it, you know. I've had white spores on that when I lived here. And I just think, sorry, it's a very bad picture. I just think it's just ridiculous. Anyway, so according to them, all the cracks are nothing, which now turns out to be a bit more something. This is my beautiful flat that was all decorated in 2007. Brand new tiles, beautiful colours on the walls. Everything was painted. Look, brand new sofa. Gorgeous it was. And here I am today, walking around what has been an absolute nightmare for 6 years, and I cannot get anywhere. I cannot get anywhere with the housing people. I couldn't get anywhere with any surveyors. By the way, this door here, as you can see on the records, has actually broken, the catch has broken, I think it's 2 or 3 times since I've lived here. One time I actually got trapped in the place and couldn't get out. I had to get a guy, I had to climb through the window at 5 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go to the loo, I had to go to the loo in the sink. So look, and that is where the building's kind of gone as it collapsed in. But no, nothing, there's nothing wrong with it. Now this is what I've now found. We've got a builder in and he's had a little look for me. And the crack in the bedroom that brought loads and loads of fumes and chemicals into the flat that I've complained and complained about. Endless letters, endless phone calls crying, etc, etc. This is now, this goes down into the garage underneath. This is now what we're looking at. There is nothing. It's not important, a crack like this. It's not relevant, you know, to what we're, I can't even find the words actually, to be honest. This is totally where the building collapsed and it went from here. Okay, just take you around, look. All the tiles in the hall were done gorgeous. According to my half-blind surveyor, I don't know if I can show you this, none of them are yellow. They don't look so yellow. They are yellow. There you go, look. Cream yellow. Cream yellow. And that is right above a hole that leads to the garages below. So, you know, it's not hard to tell. Look at the discoloration. But, you know, it's nothing. It's okay for people like me who are poor, who have got nothing. You know, I should really just be very grateful for having my health damaged for all these years and all my trips to hospital, being swollen, being unable to breathe, and I'm unable to live or function in my home. Or enjoy my home, actually, come to think of it, since 2006. There we go, look at that. That's the other side of the crack that you've just seen in the cupboard. Now this is not structural. According to Radian surveyor and a joint surveyor, who I will not say anything about, he said that this crack, or all the cracks, are settlement. Just settlement, that's all they are. So Radian Housing think that it's okay for me to live like this in my home, and they think it's okay for me to be ill and ask for help, and I think they're going to decorate now, fill up the holes again and decorate, because the whole place hangs over garages, you see, so you get fumes, you get noise, you get everything comes up here. It's a bit of a difficult thing as a woman, a single woman alone Perhaps if I was a family, or, you know, had a husband, I don't know, maybe I'd get more support. I'm not sure about that, actually, to be honest. So this is another crack where the building went bent off in the middle. And the reason we know that happened is, one, Radian refuses, there's my estate there, look. Looks a bit grey. It is a bit grey. It's like Dresden. Refuses to admit there's anything wrong, refuses to help me, refuses to rehome me, refuses to answer freedom of information. And, you know, Radian Housing actually look after 18,000 people. And I'm just one, and I suppose I'm not a very important one. Despite the fact, you know, we spent so much money on this flat doing it up. Painting it, tiling it, new fridge. Look, not being funny, I know you'll probably think this is just a bit picky, but look at the state of my fridge from being on their rotten damp floor, and it was new in 2007. But it's okay, because it's normal. You know, that's what I keep being told by everyone. It's totally normal for your flat to make you feel ill and like you can't breathe. And what I don't understand about Radian, sorry about these bad pictures. Good view. There's a lovely view from here. I don't know if you'll get it. There's a substation just down there. Ooh. Yeah, look at the way the damp goes into the bricks. You know, they're calcium silicate. They are a semiconductor. They suck up chemicals. I'll show you this. This is all my work, or would have been my work if I hadn't been homeless for 3 years. These are the things I like looking about and thinking about, and doing science and medicine and things like that. But I have to be homeless here in my flat that is full of absolutely horrendous cracks that are nothing. Just remember, all this is nothing. And Radian Housing are quite happy to spend £17,000, which will probably end up as £20,000 of taxpayers' money, to throw me out of this flat to prove that there's nothing wrong. They farmed it out to an outside solicitor, who is just like £120 an hour to talk to them on the phone. Not that I've spoken to them much, you know, and they're quite happy to use public funds instead of rehousing me or putting me into get moved, because there's no evidence that any of my medical letters were sent to. And this bit here, this is fabulous, this bit. This is condensation. It's nothing to do with the damp proof. There's no damp proof. It's nothing to do that it's over a storm drain. It's nothing to do with the great big crack in the building that you can see there that is part of it. Nothing to do with that. I don't know what I'm talking about. So this is my message for Radian Housing and for Lindsay Todd, who won't even be polite enough to answer my letter in a proper way and discuss anything with me, and for Ralph Facey, who told me he would rip the underneath of this building away from me and sort it all out. You know, just, you live here, bring your kids to live here. You live here and see if you can breathe, and watch how you swell up in this dodgy old building. It's disgusting. But you know, it doesn't really matter if you're poor in England, because really you've got no voice. There's no legal aid, so to speak of, unless you've got a dead cert case. There's no health service unless you're dying, or you've got diabetes, or you want your stomach stapled or something. There's nothing. For people like me, I can go to hell. And that's where I am, homeless for 3 years, and trying to get through the legal system and getting absolutely no help whatsoever. And this was my beautiful, look at the colours, my absolutely beautiful flat is now just, and I've got to go, and I've got to lose my assured tenancy. I've got to, you know, I've got to get out and become on the street. I've got a urostomy pouch. I'm in permanent pain all the time. I've got chemical hypersensitivity, and I'm here saying goodbye to my flat and to the life of security, really, to be honest. All because Radian Housing will not release what's happened to the building under the Freedom of Information Act. They feel they don't have to, because they're a private company. Although they're completely funded by your money. And is this what's going to happen in the private sector in the UK? You get completely screwed while they get £500,000 a year for screwing you. I don't know if I'm allowed to say screw. Okay, I've made my point. Oh, I'm going to just show you the substation outside. That's so lovely. It's, I don't know. Oh, the mould in the bathroom, might as well see that. Of course, this is nothing. It's important. It's okay. It doesn't have to be boxed in. I was mopping the mould off this pipe, which may or may not be condensation. That one there, look. And I was mopping that off every day. No, that's a lie. Once a week at least, to keep the black back, and that's where you can't get rid of it. And the joint surveyor, Ian Ross, has said that we need new extractor fans in his report. Well, what? There isn't any. What are you talking about? New extractor fans? You know. I'm not going to tell you about the heating system and the people that are involved in that. You can see them on the next. There we go. There's my house, and there's my substation there. Lovely, right outside my door. Couldn't get much nearer. At night you can hear it going and look at all the damp in the bricks, how it clings to it. And you'll see all the other houses. Poor people. Yeah, it looks gorgeous on the surface. It looks gorgeous. In reality, I'm living on a toxic waste dump, you know, and it's foul. And yeah, maybe if I was in Russia, as the girl next door said, because she's Russian, I'd be bloody grateful to have somewhere to live. Blinking, sorry. But as it stands, I haven't got anywhere to live because I can't live here. But all of this is nothing. Okay, and that's my testimony. My name is Sharon Cooke, and this is 24 Woodbourne Close.